Sleepovers by Jacqueline Wilson. Chapter 9. Come on, Diddums, said Chloe. We're all going in the kitchen. I suppose you better come too. Chloe's kitchen was amazingly big and posh and shiny with all sorts of cupboards and ovens and matches. Chloe's mom was as shiny as a kitchen. She wore a white glittery top and white satin trousers, with a little pink and white frilly apron on top. She looked more than like Chloe's sister than her mom. Emily and Amy and Bella were all standing a crowd table with big aprons pinned around them and their sleeves rolled up. Hi, Daisy, said Emily. We're all making our own pizzas. It's such fun. We can choose any topping we like, said Amy. Orange pepperoni in a nuts and crisp shape on a pizza. I make a pepperoni special, Bella giggled, squirting chocolate sauce everywhere. See, I said I was going to have a brilliant sleepover party, said Chloe. The best in the whole world. For the best little girl in the whole world, said Chloe's dad, popping his head around the door. Chloe's mom was very young, but Chloe's dad was quite old, with bald head and big fat tummy. He made the pizza too, with all the toppings. Wow, said Bella, seriously impressed. What are you going to put on your pizza, Daisy? Said Emily. I thought hard. I'm going to make mine a face, I said. I sprinkled lots of great cheese on the top half for the hair. Then I did olives for the eyes and a slice of yellow pepper for his nose and carved red pepper slice for the smiley mouth. I picked a tomato each side for rosy cheeks, and I used pineapple checkers for gold earrings and a choker necklace. Oh, Daisy, you're clever, said Emily. It looks so good, you won't have to eat it, said Bella. How about a couple of anchovies for the eyebrows, said Amy. No, they look good, but I hate anchovies, I said. I think they look like a green slimy worms. They always give me the shudders. Chloe didn't say anything, but when we all followed Chloe's dad into the dining room, Chloe hunched back to help her mom put the pizzas in the giant oven. Chloe's dad pretended to be a barman and fixed us all fruit juice cocktails. They didn't have little paper umbrellas like at Amy's. They had tiny plastic Mickey Mouse stairs and cherries on sticks and ice cubes in the shape of stars. We all clanked glasses, and when Chloe came into the dining room, we sang Happy Birthday. Chloe's dad conducted us and got very wetty-eyed at the end. Then he sent us at the dining table. We each had a little present for our side plate. It was a little letter charm on the silver bracelet. A, B, C, D, and E. Chloe's C was gold, and her bracelet was proper gold link one with little golden hearts. Real gold for a birthday girl, said her dad. And look, I got real gold heart earrings to match, said Chloe, looping her curls behind her ears. I had them pierced as extra birthday present. We all stared at the ears eventually. My mom says I'm going to have to wait right up until I'm 16 before I'm allowed to my ears pierced. Chloe's mom came in with first two pizzas. She'd taken her apron off. Her t-shirt top was too tiny, showed her bare tummy, and she had her belly button pierced. It looked truly cool. I hadn't realized moms could have such curvy waists and flat tummies. My mom hasn't. Chloe's mom served Chloe and Emily with their pizzas, and she passed Amy and Bella's. Are you sure you're meant to use chocolate sauce, Bella? Said Chloe's mom, putting Bella's bird from pizza in front of hers. Oh, yes, yummy. Chocolate is my favorite thing in the whole world, said Bella happily. Well, I'll fetch you some Chloe chocolate drops to put on top if you like, said Chloe's mom, laughing. She was joking, but Bella said, Yes, please. Chloe's mom went for and to get Bella some chocolate drops, and she brought my pizza too. You must love anchovies even more than Bella loves chocolate, Daisy, said Chloe's mom. I stared at her. I stared at my pizza. There's still a face with cheesy hair and olive eyes and a pepper mouth, but all the plain skin gaps in between were filled with green slimy anchovies. Hundreds of them. It looks very empty, my love, but I'm really not sure you should eating so much anchovies. You'll make yourself sick, said Chloe's mom. I don't like anchovies, I whispered. Then why on earth put them on your pizza, said Chloe, starting with laughter. I hadn't put them on my pizza. I know who had. It must have been Chloe herself, but I couldn't say anything at her own party, and Chloe's mom and dad wouldn't have believed me anyway. They thought Chloe was the best little girl in the whole world. I knew she was the worst. I tried to eat the cheesy hair on my pizza, but the anchovies had even gone under there. It was as if they were still alive and had wiggled everywhere. I can't swallow a mouthful. That's a little waste, Daisy, said Chloe's mom. Still, never mind. I'm sure you can fill off on Chloe's birthday cake. Chloe had the biggest cake in the whole world. It was in 3 tiers, just like a wedding cake. The bottom layer was fruitcake with abstract cherries and bright yellow marzipan under the white icing. The middle layer was chocolate fudge cake with lots of chocolate buttercream. The top layer was vanilla sponge with strawberry jam and fresh cake. It had Happy Birthday Chloe, sweetheart, in silver icing writing with silver hearts studded all around the edge. We'll make sure your slice has a special anchovy filling, Daisy, Chloe whispered. I think she might have been joking this time, but I can't take any chances. I didn't eat a bite of this beautiful birthday cake. I sat and watched everyone eating it. Bella had a big slice from each layer. I felt my lips go trembly and my eyes started pricking, but I absolutely determined not to cry in front of Chloe. I didn't cry later on when we all went up to Chloe's bedroom, and I saw I'd been putting in a sleep bag all myself over by the door. I didn't cry when we all watched scary horror movies on Chloe's television about the evil child with terrible paws by the devil. He slaughtered all these little kids, but he ended up being horrible with the bits. I was very glad midnight was still zipped up in my overnight bag, or he might have cried. I didn't cry. We all got ready for bed, and it was my turn to in the loo, and the lock didn't work properly, and Chloe suddenly opened the door and on me, and everyone laughed. I didn't cry when we all got into bed. I got into bed, and we watched much scary horror movie about a witchy white ghost who crept up on these little girls in the colony dormitory and murdered them one by one. This is too scary, Chloe, Emily said. It's like it's real, said Amy, sucking her thumb. Can we watch some other movies, said Bella. I'm not going to able to sleep. I'm worrying about the witchy white ghost. It's okay, said Chloe. If the witchy white ghost comes creeping on us, she'll get Daisy first. And she's the one nearest the door. And anyway, you don't sleep at the sleepover party. I certainly didn't sleep. I stayed awake all night long, hunching into a ball in my sleeping bag, clutching midnight tight. But then he nearly turned into a double bear and wanted to murder me. I have to grip him under my knees. They're right up under my chin because they're my angel is wriggling around the bottom of the sleeping bag. And all the time, the witchy white ghost wailed just outside the bedroom door, waiting to come and get me.